Hi, it's 16th of January. The Caffe Nero Book Awards, they're announcing their section winners. I've only managed to read the fiction shortlist, so that's the only one I'm really going to talk about. The 4 books on there are Bernard Wood, Eleanor Catton, The Bee Sting, Paul Murray, Ordinary Human Failings, Megan Nolan, and 15 Wild Decembers by Karen Powell. Those were the 4 that are on the shortlist. So on the 16th of January, they will announce the winner for that section. Then each section will have a winner, and February sometime, I think, the winner of the book awards will be announced. Eleanor Catton's Bernard Wood I read back in March last year, and it's a book that I found the second half. I found it very slow until it got to the second half. You've got Mira, who's like a guerrilla gardener. She and her little team, they go and look for unclaimed places, wild places, and they plant like a little community planting effort. And she comes across a farm, and there's a developer who's buying the farm, he's buying it for the purposes of building an end-of-year bunker, but he will fund this guerrilla project so that they can do their wild planting. And there's all sorts of, everybody in the book has got their own agenda. And I found it very slow until it got to the end. The end, it was, I enjoyed the ending more than the beginning, if that makes sense. The Bee Sting, Paul Murray, which was on the Booker list for this year, this, it was one of these books that sort of divided, I think it divided people because of the ending. You've got Dickie, who's got a failed car dealership. You've got his wife. You've got his 2 children, Cass and PJ. And it's a family that's disintegrating almost. It's in meltdown. PJ is being bullied at school. You've got different members in the first half telling their story. Then in the second part of the story, we switch to second person narrative. And then the third part, the tension in the third part really, really rockets, and the ending just leaves you, what happened? Why didn't you tell me? What happened? You are left to, after everything that's gone before, he leaves you to decide what the ending was. The tension, I don't think I have read a book where the tension has, I'm turning the pages, I can't turn the pages fast enough when we get to the end of the book. And then you turn the page and there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Then the other one was Ordinary Human Failings by Megan Nolan. This deals with family, alcoholism, social inequality. It starts with the death of a 3-year-old on a London housing estate. And the blame is the finger is immediately pointed at the 10-year-old daughter of this Irish family that moved years ago to this housing estate but never really fitted in. You've got a journalist, Tom, who takes the family to a hotel because he's wanting the scoop, he's wanting the dirty secrets. It's not a murder mystery. You're not so much, the death of this child is there in the background, but it's not so much finding out who killed the child, it's finding out about the family. And this family, that Lucy's family, this 10-year-old's family, they're not evil people. They are just ordinary people with ordinary human failings. And then the last one I read on the shortlist was like a historical fiction 15 Wild Decembers by Karen Powell. And this is Emily Bronte's voice. This is Emily Bronte telling us her story. And it's a very, very believable voice. And it's evocative. And we follow her through childhood. We follow her as she goes away to boarding school. The effect that her siblings' deaths have on her, her writing experience, this world gondol that she creates with Anne, their forays into publishing as the Bell brothers, and the tragedy of their short lives, the whole family's short lives, the fact that the father outlived all of his children. And then you've got the wild landscape, you've got the moors and the wildness, and you can see where Wuthering Heights was formed, how it was, and she creates a very, very believable voice for Emily Bronte. So the one I think might win the award, it was difficult, but I think it's between The Bee Sting and 15 Wild Decembers. I think it's between those two. I'm probably wrong. I usually am. I think it's between those two. And I think this is me. I'm not a judge. This is me. I think because of the division that The Bee Sting has created, because some people loved it, the ending, some people didn't like the ending, it's left people. I think 15 Wild Decembers. I don't know, that's the one I'd go for. That's the one I'd pick, 15 Wild Decembers to win the so we'll find out in a couple of days' time. So happy reading. Take care.